I don't care if you've got the original LED headlights or the original halogen headlights on your new 19 and up heavy duty Ram. The Morimoto XB headlights look better and perform better. These things are 6 times brighter than the original halogen headlights. Let me show you what they do and show you how they work. Before I get into all the styling and all the functions, the first thing you gotta see is the beam pattern. Check out this beam of the original halogen headlight from a 19-2500 HD. These headlights on your truck have awful beam pattern. There are far cheaper, far older vehicles with better beam pattern than this. I have no idea what Ram was thinking. If you want to talk about a safety issue, if you're using this truck for what it's designed for, here you go. These things only come in at 240 maximum lux on low beam. Lux is the measurable, usable brightness. To put that in comparison, these Morimoto XB headlights come in at 1670 maximum lux. Not only is that 6 times brighter than the original halogen low beam, it's also brighter than the original LED headlight. When I flip the halogen headlight to high beam, you get this beam pattern. Mildly better, coming in at 850 maximum lux, but it's still no comparison to the quad LED high beam from the Morimoto XB headlights. Check these out. These come in at 1890 maximum lux, blowing away any other option on the market for this truck. Forget the styling. If you want visibility, brightness, and safety, this is your best option. The way these headlights work is simple and super cool. Each one has 3 massive Osram projectors. These things are way better at producing light output than the reflector style LEDs or those headlights that you see with a whole bunch of little LEDs. Bigger projectors means bigger, better, brighter light. On low beam, you've got all 6 projectors lit up. It is one of the coolest looking styles of a headlight of anything, aftermarket or OEM. Then, when you flip it to high beam, your 2 inboard lights, that's 4 total, turn on to give you maximum high beam output. Another cool feature about this headlight is the perimeter lighting. It acts as a parking light and a daytime running light. In the day, when you don't have your headlights on, you get this really bright, fully lit up white 5000K DRL. This thing's brighter than anything else out there and looks fantastic installed on your truck. Then, at nighttime, when you turn the headlights on, you get all 3 projectors on, and that same DRL strip dims. It's a perfectly legal, fully functioning OEM style LED DRL. Below the daytime running light, this fluted section at the bottom of the headlight is packed full of amber LEDs, and this is what acts as your turn signal. The most popular way to use this is the sequential function, and it's really easy to toggle between static and sequential. These headlights have 2 options based on how you want it to work. If you have these 2 little connectors on the back of the headlight, it looks like a 2-pin, but as you can see, they only have 1 wire. If they're unhooked, you get this cool sequential look. But if you plug them in, you get a regular flashing turn signal. It's your choice. Now, I've saved the best for last because every time you start up your truck with these headlights installed, you get something called the startup sequence. This is something that I love, everybody loves about this headlight. It's super desirable because it looks like it should belong on the truck from the factory. It's an OEM quality startup sequence that is subtle yet exciting. It's one of those things that just makes a great headlight even better. It's the cherry on top. One of the best things about the headlight though is the install. It's literally as easy as pulling out the old headlights and putting these in. You've got 2 connections and 1 option. On the back of the headlight, you've got this multi-pin connector that's exactly like the original Ram headlight. You unhook the original wiring and you hook it up here. There's no cutting, no splicing, it's literally plug and play. The other portion is this DRL harness. You can see one side plugs into this connector on the back of the headlight, It's a T-harness, so one goes to the driver's side, one goes to the passenger side, and it plugs into the fuse box. You pull out the original fuse, plug this thing in, and plug it all in. It's easy to install with no cutting and no splicing. These headlights are SAE, DOT, and FMVSS 108 compliant. They have an OEM style UV coated hardened polycarbonate lens, a hardened plastic housing that's stronger than the original, die-cast aluminum heat sinks inside to keep everything working, name brand Osram 5000K LED chips. These are the best of the best. They're better than OEM in every way. Now, if you want to see how to install, check this out.
This is Caleb with HR. Let's pop the hood and let's get started. Next up, we're going to be removing these pop tabs here all the way down the line. Once those are gone, we can remove this piece and move on to the next part. All right, so we got these little pop tabs here. There's about 14 of them on here. Use a pry tool, something similar to this. Easily work this guy in here, slowly but surely. You don't want to break it. Pull up easily, and it comes out just like so. All right, and right before we move on to the next step, there is two hidden ones here. You have one here and here. Don't forget those guys. They will give you a hard time. You might need a stool to reach this guy because it is hidden a little bit, but nevertheless, a little bit of work, you'll get to him. With all those push pins removed, now we can go ahead and grab this plastic and take it out of here. Now that that's free, set it aside and we will move on to the next step. The next step is we're going to be removing this chrome brow here. There's about 18 10mm bolts as well as 4 push tabs too. Go ahead and grab yourself a 10mm and a drill and we'll make short work of it. So after you got those 10mm out of here, don't forget there are 2 push tabs on each side. Go ahead and grab these guys here next. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but with a little bit of finesse, you'll get her out of there. All right, same thing for both sides. Hop over here, work this guy out. All right, so now that you got those pulled out of there, go ahead and grab the top brow, pull it right out. Set that to the side. All right, so next step here, we're gonna go ahead and removing these little panels here. They are just a simple pop-on style, so hop on down here. You're gonna take it by this corner right here and start pulling towards you. Now, I won't lie, these guys are on here pretty tight. They are just a simple snap-in style, so pulling on this, it is gonna fight you a bit, and it's gonna make a heck of a racket when you do pull it off. Don't be scared though. Just give it a good pull straight towards you. And out it comes. If this is your first time pulling your Ram apart, it might be a little tight from the factory, so you might want to pick up one of these little pry tools here. Maybe just mark off this area of your vehicle with some tape just to make sure it doesn't scratch or scuff. This should help make short work of this panel. I'm going to be doing the same thing on both sides here, so start on the outside edge and pull forward. Might fight you a little bit, but work it out. If you pull the panel off and you hear something hit the floor, don't be scared. More than likely, this just fell out. All you got to do is take it, slide it back into place, just like so. All right, so the next step here is we are going to be removing the lower chrome brow. This one's going to be a little bit of a reach. I'll let you know now. There is a series of 10mm bolts down here. You are going to have to crawl down underneath the vehicle to reach those as well. I'm going to be using a pretty big extension, and it's still going to be difficult. So I'm gonna have to reach under here, get on my back, and crawl under. So when you're underneath the vehicle here, you are gonna see these 4 crosshairs. This is the grommet that's gonna lead straight up to that 10mm. So go ahead and stick your extension through there. And this one, you aren't gonna be able to see this one from up top here, so you are gonna have to kind of fish around a little bit, but you'll find it. And these are the bolts you'll be removing. So there are 2 more when you're down here. Not gonna lie, these ones suck, but grab your extensions, we'll make it happen. So once you're on your back here, look way up the top here. You are gonna see this one guy tucked right here. Go ahead and finesse your way in there. And like so. Now we're gonna be on the other side here. Repeat the process. So this is what the bolt looks like when you're underneath there. Pretty much like the rest of them, nothing special. There is one more as well, right in the middle here. It's gonna be a little notch right here on the bumper. You are gonna feel that. You're gonna go through the same grommets you were earlier, just to match up here. All right, now that those are removed, go ahead and grab hold of the brow and pull it towards you. Set that off to the side. Next step is we're gonna be removing this grill. So hop over here to this side. There's gonna be 3 10mm bolts here, here, and here. Go ahead and remove those. Hop over to the other side and we'll do the same thing. Really quick to mention, there are different bolt sizes as well. 2 longer ones will go on the inside, 1 shorter on the outside. Here's the shorter, here's the larger. With those screws removed, go ahead and take off the grill. You're gonna grab it here and pull upwards at a 45-degree angle towards you. It's gonna be a little loose, but with a little work, come right off. Set that to the side. With all that finally removed, we're just about ready to pull these headlights out of here. There is a push tab down here below. There's a 10mm bolt along with 2 T15 Torx bits. Once you're under the vehicle here, look up top here in the corner. It's gonna be hard to see, but it is up there. It is a 10mm bolt. It's gonna be right in this elbow. Go ahead and remove that. With that 10mm bolt removed, go ahead and hit these T15 Torx bits. And remove that second one here. Now do the same thing on the other side. And now we'll do the 2 other Torx bits. Now with the headlight fairly loose, there is one more here. Go ahead and pull this guy off. Now with that screw removed, go ahead and pull the fascia off. And over here, there's going to be a push tab hidden back down here. So there is a push tab over here in the bottom corner. You will see them here. I did get it started off camera, so it was a little hard to get to on camera. But if you work on it here, you should be able to pull this guy out and let it drop to the floor. So with everything removed, the headlight is free and ready to come off the vehicle. Just grab it here on both sides, pull slowly towards you. On the back side here, you will see there's just one main connection leading into the headlight. To start here, there is a red tab here. Just push backwards. You'll hear it click. There's a little latch here in the middle. Just press firmly, and it'll come right off. Set the headlight aside. So once the headlight's out of the truck here, you're gonna grab your DRL harness, and this is what we're gonna run first. This is your DRL harness. You're gonna see 2 ends just like this, and then a fuse tab. Let's go ahead and run the fuse tab first, and I'll show you these 2 ends next. First things first, go ahead and open up your fuse box. There's a latch here and here. Push them in, it'll open right up for you. So this is the fuse box here. This is the fuse you're gonna wanna replace. My finger's on it now. So go ahead and grab your fuse puller here. So just go ahead and remove that. So this is the fuse tab that we're going to be replacing that 10 amp fuse with. Just going to show you a look. Replaces the 10 amp fuse just like that. Now you can go ahead and take your wiring, run it through the vehicle. So with that in place now, you're ready to close your fuse box. They shouldn't have to cut it or notch or anything at all. It should just close right over the wiring. So with 2 connections left, we're going to run the shorter length to the driver's side. That goes here, and the longer length just runs along here, and we're just going to run the wire over here to the driver's side. You can zip tie this up wherever you'd like later on. Let's just get the headlights installed first. So with all that done, you're finally ready to install your XBs. Let's go ahead and get it in the truck. So here are your 2 connections off the XB LED, your main headlight plug and your DRL plug. Let's go ahead and connect this to the main plug. clip that shut. And the DRL harness that you just ran plugs in here. You'll see these 2 connections left over. These are your turn signal selections. Unplugged, it's going to be sequential chase style. If you plug this in, it will be your traditional on-off. We like the sequential look, so we're gonna leave it unplugged for now. So with all that done, do the same thing for the passenger side, reverse the steps, and you're all done.
If you're not ready for this project and you just want to upgrade your original headlights, go check out our other videos. And trust me, this is not the last Ram heavy-duty lighting video we do. So like and subscribe so you don't miss what we come out with next.